By the way, Fran, I respect you as a reactor. By the way, Fran, I respect you as a reactor. By the way, Fran, I respect you as a reactor. This is all about clout. I respect you as a reactor.
Ooh, good morning. Hey everyone, how's it going? Happy Thursday. I am so glad it's Thursday. Y'all have no idea. I'm sure there's someone out there is feeling the exact same way. So yes, happy Thursday. And such, right? I'm trying to set up my screen right now, so just bear with me. I guess I'll just do it like this. Okay, because I want it to show a certain way. Okay. I hope everyone's having a great day. And we're going to do a reaction to a video. Surprise, surprise, surprise. Guys, I know Jasmine put a video out last night, but we're not going to talk about that right now because that's boring. I guess I could give you my initial reaction of the video. And I guess it's appropriate too because she's looking for a house, right? Good morning, everyone. Okay, don't let me get too off track, okay? Remind me that we're supposed to be talking about Jasmine. Hello, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning to all of my gang stars. Pineapples. Hey, boo. Hey, sis. Good morning. Guys, I want to give a special shout out to Taylor XO. Taylor, girl, Taylor, it's her birthday, okay? It's Taylor's birthday, and don't play with sis. She made sure she wants everyone to know if you have a chance on the YouTube streets, you run into Taylor XO, make sure you wish little sis a happy birthday. Because she is a boo-boo out here. She is a very sweet person, but don't play with her because she's not one of them. Uh, it's her birthday, and I don't know if she has dropped her Cash App. I need to see if I can find what her Cash App is. But go wish little Taylor XO a happy birthday. She is a mommy out here. She has 3 beautiful daughters. I believe I've got that correct. And she's a sweetheart, okay? But she will tell you how she feels, and she says it how she means it. And we love her, okay? There is nothing more powerful out here than a woman that can stand on her 2 feet and her 10 toes and say it like how she means it, and there is nothing wrong with that. So happy birthday, Taylor. Okay, happy birthday, sis, and happy birthday to everybody who is celebrating the month of February, and I hope that you have a wonderful birthday. So that's not Capricorn, is that, so it's still Aquarius season, right? As my husband is an Aquarius. So yes, happy birthday to all the Aquarius out here, and continue what you're doing out here. Okay. Natia, Shonda, good morning to all my sisses. Let's see. LOL, Sherry. So if you see Taylor drop in, don't forget to wish her a happy birthday. Okay. Um, Taylor on the replay. Boo boo, happy birthday. Sherry, Ariel, good morning. Sherry and Miss Janine. LCTA, Aisha, hey Kiki, J Breezy, TA, good morning. LC. Let's see. I hope I didn't skip over anyone. Sometimes it's like I'll be on the playback and I see names, and then I'm like, gosh, did I even say good morning? So sometimes it's just it's just the eyes. Coco, I see you now, says, hey, boo boo. Double H, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Okay, guys. Okay, first things first. Last week, I did not watch the complete Jayla and Adam Ali video. I'm going to be honest. Adam Ali, first of all, what threw me off is we already know Jayla lives in Keesha's old building. But when Adam was doing the intro into running into Jayla in the multi-purpose room that Keesha used to death, um, it just threw me off a little bit. And I got my ADD kicked in and I don't remember what happened. I never went back. But we are going to talk about Jayla today. And I know Keesha just dropped a house tour of the bedroom. And we're not going to do that right now. Number one, I'm not going to ruin the surprise, but we'll reserve time later so I can, as someone said, you just being picky. Someone came to my comments last night talk about you're just being picky. You're just trying to find stuff to rant about. Look, it's my opinion. Like, I'm not trying to find stuff to rant about. There's plenty of stuff on the internet to rant about. I'm just giving my opinion. So trust me. I don't have to put on for the city. I don't have to put on for Bougie Gang. Look, if I say I don't like it, it's because I don't. Okay. Right, Vicky Sweets? It's because I don't. It's not, I'm just trying to find something. This is our fun. This might not be fun to you, but to the people that come here, they enjoy it. And if you don't like it, then you can come back when I'm on another topic talking about something you'd prefer to hear me rant about. Like, at the end of the day, I don't take orders. Like, there's not a menu here. I serve up what I'm serving on that day unless I put up a poll and say, Bougie Gang, you decide. Okay. But let's get back to Jasmine really, really quick and we'll talk about that. All right. Um, at the end of the day, Jasmine put up a video and we're not going to go through it right now because honestly, and I look, even the husbands hear the repetition. Jasmine put up a video. It was kind of like, I guess, a behind the scenes of a video she already put out, right? So she was recording some of her feelings. At the end of the day, what I'm going to tell you is this about my jazzy life. What I am tired of is hearing how tired you are. What I am tired of is you telling us how you're not going to let anyone stop you doing what you're doing. Okay. How many times do you need to tell us for us to know that you're not going to stop doing what you're doing and no one's going to get in front of your bag or your content? Okay. Not to mention my kids aren't here or I got to cook dinner or the kids requested tacos. I don't give a fuck, man. Like, I'm sorry. Like, okay. Okay. So that's my reaction to the video. Like, literally, you're not missing anything. If you didn't see my jazz, did she talk on her and Liv? No. Because she knows better, because Liv is going to come through and drop a damn napalm bomb on her ass of all the things she said and done, probably all the dirt they do. Because remember, this thing kicked off because they were trolling around and Jasmine happened to see that there was a reactor doing a panel and they were having conversations about what's going on her channel. Keep in mind, we don't know what's going on in your house until you tell us. We're just talking about what's going on your channel. And I believe that's what Sis was doing that night, right? That's what they do. So on top of all the questions that I have for the mommies, tell us about when y'all go trolling, when y'all put your little troll shoes on to come through trolling. Tell me about the troll accounts. Tell me, do you hang out with Bougie Gang? Tell me, are you over there to the break room? Tell us how you know so much. Okay. Because we know you're on notification gang, but how deep does it actually go? Who are you in the chat? That's what I want to know from Olivia. Who is Jasmine in the chat? Okay. All right. So anyway, we're gonna get to that, Kadeen. We're gonna get to that, sis. But yeah, that's about what Jasmine got going on. Yeah, if Olivia's gonna drop the beans on some stuff, just tell us what's really going on. Tell us, you know what I'm saying? Like, tell us. Okay. All right. Even Chris is obeying Liv and not okay. Because she knows something. She knows something. You know, she probably knows about some more stuff about Chrissy. You know, I mean, at the end of the day, I just, like I said earlier this week, I just love how Chrissy can come out the box thinking that you're going to talk about someone and their domestic violence. Talk about yours, sis. Talk about what you had going on. Forget about Jasmine. Tell us about the sheetrock in your hair. Tell us about that. Tell us about the police reports. Tell us about the pending case. Did Rod make it back to San Antonio or wherever? What was the city y'all lived in? Austin, to make sure that he closed out those charges? Did they get dropped? What happened? Did y'all meet up in Brooklyn? Like, what happened? Okay. Anyway, guys, that's it. You know, like these women, we'll get there. Okay. I did watch a little bit of the Suckles. Latoya and Rakan are coming out with a book, y'all. The Muckles. They're coming out with a book. And Erica did a whole talk on how to not be bitter, how to be bitter, how to not be bitter. Oh, there's the happy couple. There they are. She did a whole talk on how to not be bitter. That's Strong Mommy Chrissy and Rockin' with Rod, in case you wanted to know. Um, so they did a whole little get caught up with the muckers, and they are working on a book, okay, on their relationship, because when you know, you know. That's, I think, the name of the book. And they are still writing it, but they've got the cover and the promo and all the things ready, and that's what they're going to do. And Latoya also is preparing or in the process of IVF because she wants to have Rakan's first son. She wants to have Rakan's first son. Okay. Um, Girl, Chrissy doesn't want to speak on Strangler Bay. Got all the smoke. Okay. It's one of those, mind your business and have a seat, sis. Okay. Until you want to talk about what you got going on, why don't just go ahead and we'll handle Jasmine and you handle yourself. Okay. And handle trying to find a sprinter. Okay. Try and find you a nice little small bus. All right. Anywho, but yeah, the Muckers are coming out with a book and whatever. Anyway, let's move on. Keesha dropped a video today with a bedroom tour, and it was underwhelming to say the least. And we will talk about that later this afternoon. Certified. Okay. I will be back later this afternoon and we will talk about it. And that's it. But I think I was mentioning there was someone in the comments who said that I just look for stuff to rant about. No. No, that's not how it works, sis. You must not go here, but at the end of the day, that is okay. Um, at the end, that's just my opinion, and these are reaction videos. So I'm giving my reaction. And don't expect me to not be biased because I'm giving an opinion. And I'm not going to promise an unbiased opinion. I feel how I feel and I see what I see and I do what I do. Like that's just it. So um like I said, it was underwhelming, but we'll go through it. The video literally just dropped, so we will take a look at that later. So, like I said, someone mentioned go check out Jayla and Adam Ali's interview. I did not watch the interview. I was watching Adam's episode. Adam is doing a good job with his channel, but at the end of the day, I just couldn't really get into it. And maybe I'll have to go back to it now after seeing what I saw on Jayla's life update, basically. So we're going to get into Jayla's life update because I think it was very interesting because I feel like I don't know who's been going to her comments and I haven't read the comments, but I'm sure I almost feel like this was a response to Keesha getting her license. I think sis feels bad. I think she knows her friend is a complete and total dingbat or her frenemy. I don't know what's going on over there. Good morning, Christine. Good morning, all the ladies coming in. LC, everyone, Shonda. Yes, the Muckers are coming out with a book, sis. Natia, good morning. Everyone, good morning, good morning, good morning. I think sis probably feels real bad that her dingbatty ass friend went and got her license, because some of the things that were said were kind of like, I was side eyeing because I was like, girl, are you responding to the comments? Did someone come comment? Did someone come comment to you? Who's over there commenting to the good sis? Because sis seems like she is answering some damn comments over there and answering to what people are asking. Like, sis, did you know that Keesha studied on her own and passed the test? Okay, she hadn't talked about it in months. She has not. I've missed like the last couple episodes. I probably have maybe 3, 4 vlogs to catch up on Jayla, which, you miss a little, you miss a lot. Um, but I hadn't missed that much. Okay. And I had not heard her talking about it. Um, has just been kind of living her life, right? So anyway, let's get into a little bit of it and see what's going on with the good sis. We're not going to watch the whole video. But she is answering to a little bit of a trend that is going on right now. And what is that trend? It's called podcasting, guys. People, the word on the street, on the YouTubes, is that podcasting is one of the growing formats of YouTube. And there are people out here who want to get in, they want to get in where they can fit in. We've seen Liv's Life do it. We've even seen old dumbass Jasmine do it. Trying to do a live panel. This is not for the faint of heart. Like sitting and talking for an hour or two and having the gift to gab. Yeah, everybody does not have that gift to gab. They don't. Now, and that's it. That's it. And that's all what I'm going to say on that topic, because I'm not giving out no freebies. Anyway, um, sis wants to start a podcast. Okay. And she's getting her supplies together and and such, right? She's getting her little supplies and she just got her microphone in. And let's hear about it. She ordered it from Amazon and she wants to get in on the fun of the podcasting, because one of the fastest growing genres right now on YouTube is long form podcasting. Not that vlogging is going away, but I think that some people who've been doing it for a long time are just bored with it. And if you've been successful at it, great. I think that for some people are just tired of it and they want to either elevate, find something more lucrative to do on YouTube. And some people think that it's going to be podcasting. So let's listen just a little bit and see what Jayla's got going on.
Podcast mic. Oh my goodness. Our podcast Girl Talk journey is starting. I want to be creative in all ways on social media, and I just didn't feel right without having a mic. You guys know I love long form video content and vlogs and stuff, but I just knew we needed a mic for our Girl Talks. I got her in white, and this is one, it says for creators. This brand podcast mic is Logitech for creators, for creating.
So, what is she going to be talking about, girl? It sounds like she doesn't have a format yet. She's trying to figure it out, and that's fine. Because what you come on here on, it may not be what people tune into. And when you start doing something different, I don't know if she's going to start a new channel or not, or if she's going to do it on her current channel. What people are also going to find out live on, so I don't know how she's going to do it. She might record and post. She might go live. We don't know. She hasn't put anything up or out. And I'm sorry, I'm not giving any ideas. I'm not going to expand on this topic at all. There's enough people doing what I'm doing right now. And I'm talking about just talking live into a microphone, that she can figure out about 1,000 different formats of what she thinks she wants to do. We know that people watch reaction videos, especially on them, which I highly don't recommend. But if you want to watch, go right on ahead. But yeah, I've seen Jayla live before. when Jayla did the class, not the first set of classes, but the second set of class where she made the $100,000, I was in that when she had the whole, the band app. Um, I did that whole entire thing. As far as doing all of the classes, I did not do all of that. I was really more of a observer because I really wanted to see how she was doing her class, how um the whole thing operated. And I was glad to see because it was somewhat of a little bit of a fail. A lot of people had a lot of complaints because it was supposed to be like a next level kind of tutorial from a successful YouTuber, but it became like a down and dirty basics. And I've already got the down and dirty basics covered. But she changed the format of the class once she saw how many people were registering for it. And there were a lot of people who were quite upset because the level that she offered was not the level that she delivered. It was so that's number one. Number two, it was very unorganized. And you guys know the story of what happened with that, but she made a lot of money, right? Anyway, she when she was live, um yeah, going live on YouTube is a whole different thing. So we don't know how she's going to do it, what the format's going to be. But we're just going to sit back and let her and take it from there. Jayla is an OG. Is she an HBCU? I thought she went to didn't she go to school in New York City also? She was talking about high school in this episode. She graduated from high school 10 years ago. Um yeah. They rekindled the friendship. Yeah, and we went through kind of that whole thing, the interview with Latoya Forever. It's funny that I just happened to see Keesha's version of the interview with Latoya Forever, and I did put that off to the side because we did a recap of it. I'll share it, the interview that Latoya did with her. But then there's the Keesha version, more of like a behind the scenes kind of chit chat with her and Latoya Forever. And I've never watched that video. I was watching the first couple of minutes and I put it in my watch later list so that we could watch it together. Okay. She did go to an HBCU. Didn't she go to school in New York too, though? Or maybe she got she's talked about some school in New York that she went to. Like, I don't want to say FIT, but didn't she do fashion merchandising at some school in New York? Maybe did she have two bachelors? So she did go to FIT, but did she go somewhere else? So she went to an HBCU. Is that where maybe that's where she crossed and became Greek and then she finished up? I don't know, and it's almost not relevant at this point. You guys let me know. Maybe she's got her bio or maybe she's on LinkedIn and she's got her history there. So anyway, let's keep going. But anyway, Jayla is gonna poke her little pinky toe in podcasting. Let's listen.
Streaming. I'm so excited about this. The audio is going to be so good for our girl chat sit downs. If you guys have any podcast names, let me know. I was talking with my Instagram close friends and they were like that I should maybe call my podcast like Jayla's Closet, and it's actually set up like a closet and we have special guests on and they can do like personal.
You know what? God bless the audiences and everything. You guys are amazing. And I'm talking to you guys specific and then just the greater YouTube audience. But sometimes people will bring you some old shit. Jayla, you ought to know better. That format has been done so much and for so like that's nothing new, sis. That's nothing new. And from the looks of this episode of you going into your closet and trying to find something to wear, girl, your closet won't be it. Because we know if you've watched Jayla for a period of time, and I'm talking back to the apartment, because I picked up with Jayla back when in the small Harlem apartment before she moved to Queens. So I kind of got introduced to Jayla through Missy Lynn. And I think her and Missy Lynn met up at YouTube Black, and that was years ago. That might have been 6 years ago or something. And I started watching Jayla's channel through Missy Lynn. and that YouTube Black that they all went to. Um, you know what was funny? Do you guys remember when Raven went to YouTube Black and ran into Tokyo, the hairstylist, and who now is a trans woman? I'm assuming. I don't want to speak out of turn, but I'm assuming because you can't see anything of what Tokyo used to look like prior to the transition, but people kept stopping Tokyo and stopping Raven and thinking either like that they look like sisters. Do you guys remember that? It is kind of funny that they do have a little bit of a resemblance. Raven is still doing a podcast. Raven still, but who's not? I mean, at the end of the day, I think people have more that they want to share, and they want to share it outside of the confines of their regular content. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe they have a little bit more that they want to talk about. Girl, let's get to it. Okay. Let's get to it. We're going to get into it.
Of the
Okay.
day, or I was thinking maybe like gossip with Jayla. Maybe we can have like talks about what's going on in the world. Let me know what you guys think about the podcast ideas. And if you're interested in getting in my close friends, you guys can get in my close friends on Instagram if you're Instagram girly. But yes, podcast format coming soon, but let's brainstorm what we can even do. Like, I'm super excited about this. So I got this mic.
I mean, I'm going to be honest, her sound quality, and I listen on headphones, her sound quality is very good. You know, that microphone is going to pick up everything outside. When you have very, very good mics, I know sometimes you guys can hear, when I listen on the playback, you guys probably can hear the garbage truck going by right now. Like at the end of it, like really good sound is good. It's a blessing and a curse because the people will be able to hear everything, depending on the type of mic that you buy. But anyway, whatever. But I think her sound quality is actually very good because you guys know there are people here on the YouTube streets, and it's kind of like, would you invest in a fucking mic already?
This, I got some more batteries.
She got
for
some
my
batteries. Let's keep going. So that was number one. What else was going on? She was washing her hair. Now, let me show this really quick. I don't know anything about this brand, I'm gonna be honest, but she made me want to think about it because she did a facial on her. She did her skin routine, and actually her skin looked magnificent. Keesha, I highly recommend this. Now, we didn't get up close and the light wasn't super bright. Right there over her shoulder, the closet doesn't look very bad. But later she didn't want us to see her closet. It looks okay. Like Jayla's closets can be pretty off the hook. That doesn't look too bad. It looks put together. Um but anyway, her face looked really, really good. And she had tried this product line called Relevant. I'm not sure, but it made me want to look it up and just to see. Um, and because I know that there's some great brands out here that are kind of, niche, and you may or may not hear about them. They may not ever get to be huge, but they could be quietly being sold in dermatology practices. Kind of like, do you guys know Lancer Skincare? There's a guy named Dr. Lancer, and he's got a wonderful oil and a glow serum that I never knew anything about, but apparently he's a dermatologist. I heard about it through Tracy Ellis Ross. She did kind of like a get ready with me with Vogue magazine, and she was laying out all her favorite products, and she happened to mention it. And I bought it, and I never knew anything about it, but I guess it's kind of popular, but it's sold in a lot of dermatology practices or on his website. So this could be something similar. I'm going to look it up, but I felt like after Jayla said she did her skin routine, her skin looked very fresh, and you see that glow on there. I know part of that is light, but the light can't fix everything. And I thought her skin looked really, really, really good from before she washed her face. But, that's what we were saying yesterday about Keesha. There's some magic in face wash and water. Coming to the internet to talk about skincare and you're waking up with a dirty face from yesterday is not the business, sis. It's just not. So I, that was interesting. Anyway, so Jayla unpacks the microphone and she's telling us about the future podcast. Then she unboxes some more things from Amazon, which are kind of fun. I have one of these lap desks too, which are so convenient when you're sick, especially when I had COVID and you want to get on the computer, and you need that support. The little lap desk. If you've not invested in a lap desk and you work from home, there are those days that, girl, you're calling it in from the bed, okay? And those little lap desks are amazing. And we see Har over her shoulder. Har is just as beautiful as he can be.
I'm taking her to a new restaurant. This restaurant is called Devon. I haven't been there, so we're trying something new tonight. And yeah, I'm happy that my hair is done.
She actually washed her wig, styled it, did all the things. She's going out with a mentee and they're going to a restaurant. She's showing us some more products. She got some more brushes. Okay, let's get to the good part. So she is going to let us know that she has not passed her real estate exam. Okay, guys, let's hear this part. Look at the yummy food. Okay, she went to this restaurant with her mentee and okay, all right, let's get into this part. Let's see. I think this is it.
Life update type of talk, like
I'm sorry to interrupt, but see, the thing that I don't want to say bothers me. This is my feedback for Jayla as a older sis, right? Older doll out here. This Jayla always has to have her cleavage out. I don't know what it is about her. I don't know if she feels like because she spent money on those boobs, she has to show them off in this way, but it's very bimbo ish. Now, I don't mind the way she has this shirt, but there's also nothing wrong with just buttoning one more button. I feel like unless you have a heavily male audience or men is who you want to attract to your channel, nobody cares about your tits, sis. And the ones that do, they like you anyway. I just feel like that's not a look. Like for most of us, most women are not going to have their blouses open to that point. And the fact, I would say one more button still would have been very cute. And that's not me being old fashioned. I don't want to hear she lives in Atlanta. I don't care. It's trash. And it trashifies what you're trying to do by overselling what we already know that you have. You know what I'm saying? Like less is more. And and what you want to attract, because Jayla she doesn't want a baller. I think she wants a successful businessman. Nobody, like maybe at 7:00 and you're on your way to a restaurant and you're showing a little bit of cleave. But the fact that you're okay with 1:00 doing a business conversation and you are just known for the blazer and no blouse, it's trashy. It's trashy. It's trashy.
time is flying. I took my real estate class back in April 2022, and we have a year to take our test, take our final, and pass. So I am linking back up with one of my classmates. We are going to be linking up once a week because I need to get back into studying and stuff. And I got to pass the test. And there's still so many other steps after passing this test. Like it's not just pass the test and then sell homes, so it still is a little bit of a process. But my friend is like, you have to. I have brought out my real estate books.
So she wants us to know, y'all, you're not just passing the test and selling houses. Just listen for the undertones in this conversation. I feel like people came to her comments, and I don't know this for a fact because I have not been in there. You guys let me know. But she was like giving a very substantial side eye because you don't just pass the test and start selling houses. That's what you're not going to do, according to Jayla. So she just wanted to make sure that y'all knew that, because I think some people have been coming to the comments and telling her that Keesha is getting ready to be selling Atlanta. And Bish, what you doing? Okay.
Classmates, we are going to be linking up once a week because I need to get back into studying and stuff.
Okay.
And I
Okay,
gotta pass the
sis.
test. And there's still so many other steps after passing this test. Like, it's not just pass the test and then sell homes, you know? So it still is a little bit of a process. But my friend is like, you have to. I have brought out my real estate books. One of my real estate classmates is on the way up. I am getting back into studying. So back when I took the real estate class, I was so busy with other projects that I did not have enough proper time to study for the tests and stuff. So now I'm back in study mode. I also did like the weekend class, but within the weekend,
Are you talking about? I don't know if she had a dog named Brooklyn, but she's got the dog named Harlem, and he was there. He was laying on the bed. That's her boo. He's there. He's looking very good, very healthy, very well groomed. All the things. The only problem that I have with Jayla is that Jayla used to let him pee on wee wee pads. And the thing is, if you get a dog and you don't live in a house and you don't have a gated like situation in, um, I would imagine a luxury apartment would have some sort of a dog trail or walking pad for dogs. But I don't know. I think dogs need to be walked or dogs need to get to spend some time outside. Dogs are not cats. And hey, Bailey, good morning. Good morning to everyone. Capricorn, no name, everyone coming in. SV, good morning. Good morning. Lit shorts, good morning. But yeah, the dog is fine. Dog is there and looks to be very well taken care of. So awesome. you know um yeah. So anyway, okay, let's keep going. Let's keep listening to what Jayla's saying. But someone was up in her comments telling her Keesha is getting ready to sell Atlanta.
in like 2-day cram class, they just went over a PowerPoint and printed it out for us. So that wasn't much studying. I feel like real estate is a lot self-paced, as it just depends on what type of studier you are. And it is a lot of information to take in, like a lot more information. So basically, my classmate said that I need to read the whole book over again. And he also wants to read the whole book over again as well. Because he just said like it's a lot more information. Like, it's just more levels. Like, this is just the first step, and then there's a whole nother step. Like, you don't just get right into the field, so it's steps before.
So basically she's letting us know, because last year, Jayla was busy. She was traveling. She went to the swingers resort. She did her reality show. She had the boyfriend who was definitely, remember that last year Valentine's Day, the epic fail with the boyfriend that kind of kicked the can down the road. Because Jayla had been missing for a minute, right? Jayla came out the blue, because her and Najee, let's get into it. Her and Najee moved from New York to Atlanta. I don't know what happened. That relationship fell apart. Jayla crashed her car. She was looking for, she finally told everybody she's looking for a car, right? Um, she was going on vacations after she broke up with the guy. She went to go be on to do the reality show. Prior to that, she did the thing with Keesha, the little mentor mentee relationship thing. They were trying to kick things back off again and collaborate. I think pretty much from the summer to, let's say, leading up to the holidays, she's just been vlogging, dropping videos. She mentioned that she was going to be um doing the crash course. She needed to take her real estate test, whatever the case might be, and I guess she failed it, and then now she's back studying again. She's got a classmate. Apparently, he must have not passed either, girl, because he's gonna read the whole book too. But yeah, this is where we are, guys. So there's been a few updates on my channel. I don't cover Jayla as much, but I've been watching Jayla's channel for a long time, and I keep up. I keep up definitely, because I definitely, like I said, I found her channel through Missy Lynn, and that's how I got into watching her channel. And she's entertaining. She takes us places. She's I think she's a good vlogger, and whatever, and that's that. So yeah, let's get back into and just listen to what she's saying and what she's not saying.
Went over a PowerPoint and printed it out for us. So that wasn't much studying. I feel like real estate is a lot self-paced, as it just depends on what type of studier you are. And it is a lot of information to take in, like a lot more information. So basically, my classmate said that I need to read the whole book over again. And he also wants to read the whole book over again as well. Because he just said like it's a lot more information. Like it's just more levels. Like this is just the first step, and then there's a whole nother step. Like you don't just get right into the field, so it's steps before. So that's what I'm doing.
The real estate course teaches you the basics of real estate. It's not going to teach you how to be a real estate agent. That's why you have to work under a broker to really almost kind of mentor and really get your finesse under your belt of how to manage a real estate business, because it's a very entrepreneurial endeavor. Even though you might work at an agency, you're managing your little book of business, right? So, but they're teaching you the basics. But I think with technology and everything that the agencies provide and support, some of the stuff that you're learning, you probably are not using as much. But in terms of knowing the basics, to be educated, to coach someone, to take me or you through the process of buying a home, these are things that you really do need to know. So, this is what she's saying. And I think low key, she is saying out there to all of the keys who've come through to want to smear it in Jayla's face that Keesha got her license quickly. So what? It's like, so what?
Going. And I can't wait to hear, what he's been up to. I believe that he has picked like an agency that he wants to go to. I have in my mind what agency I want to go to. And I have a lunch meeting on Sunday with one of the girls because I believe that I'll potentially be on her team. So I'm already like connected into where I want to be and who I want to be with, but we just have to do
the work, pass the test. I'm sure Jayla has plenty of connections. At the end of the day, I don't know if she's still active in her sorority, but she's Greek. She's a YouTuber. She seems to be quite social. She's attractive. At the end of the day, those are all pluses to be plugged in. At the as shallow as that might sound, Fran, that's so shallow. It's true. Okay, it's true. So yeah, she doesn't have to worry. I'm sure as soon as she passes her test, she will and gets her license, she will be welcomed into whomever, wherever, because there's nothing wrong with having someone who has a big network and being at your agency. There's, not that everyone's clamoring for Jayla Koriyan to come through, but hey, it is what it is.
this stuff. I'm back at it. And I just really want to stop letting other things get in the way of this. This is a goal of mine for this year. And I want to go ahead and knock
of your professional
this out
career.
as the goal.
Okay, Jayla.
And stop letting some of my other projects get in the way and me keep pushing it back.
Project,
I don't want to keep pushing
build
it
a
back.
bay.
So, hey, we have to do it. And we're doing it now. You guys don't mind how I look. I'm so let me get the door. This is horrible.
Girl, I never knew having a small dog, you would have to deal with like a barking ass dog. We have a barking ass dog. And oh my God, little dogs bark a lot.
I took really nice notes in class, color coordinated the different sections, everything, y'all. I did it all. Like,
Jayla, you don't have to prove to us.
I have so many notepads of things. Do you guys even know my handwriting? This is what my handwriting is. So many notes, man.
Why, guys, are you sensing the shade? Why do you think Jayla felt like she needed to show us her handwriting? I think did she want to make sure that the streets know Yeah, I didn't loan her my notebook. That one my notebook, y'all. Stop coming to ask me if I loaned Keesha my notes. I did not loan her my notes. Look at my handwriting, okay? Yes, she's being very shit. She wants you to know I didn't loan her shit, okay? Don't come to me with that.
Like, why is it so many?
Okay, so let me just take a good face. Let's just go through let's just start at the beginning.
Let's just
Start
start
at the
at the
beginning. Period. Start at the beginning. That's a very good place to start.
And the Lord said the first day.
Sir, stop trying to crack jokes. You hear, sir?
I remember one time when class was over, you was like.
But the bad thing is, Jayla, did your friend pass the test? Because she had her little friend who was picking her up every day to go to class. She had a rider. Okay, her friend Jayla. Remember, Jayla did not have a car. So Jayla's friend was picking her up every single day. They took the intensive class together. Did sis pass and Jayla didn't? I mean, it is kind of a drag when all your friends pass and you are still sitting there like, what in the whole, you know what? Kira is Keisha's friend, and Kira talked Keisha into doing real estate. Okay, yeah, good. I mean, look, if Keisha thinks she can sell Atlanta, I'm here for it. Sis, go right on ahead. We're going to watch and see.
This is a paper. All right. I'm ready.
Hilarious.
Okay. So he's definitely on my side and pushing me. So I'm definitely doing real estate. My obsession is like visually what homes look like and how, like, I just have an eye. I have an eye for the homes, and I want to explore that in 2023. Like, that's really what I want to explore. So,
look, not that Keisha copied Jayla, because everybody's got these. Everybody, okay, they're on Amazon. These bookshelves back here, but um, isn't it funny that Keisha's got mailroom supplies on hers and doesn't have it very well put together? Whatever. Anywho, okay, let's keep listening just a little bit. The shade. It's the shade of it all.
that is on the list. But also within that, I want to take a few classes. And the classes that I want to take are like maybe classes that you would think that are boring, but like systems and summits and email funnels. And like, I like those type of like marketing, like any type of like business type of classes that I can learn
She took
something
it
in
and
my
failed too,
business.
Kadeen. Okay.
Photoshop, Canva classes. Those are the type of classes that I'm into and I want to take more of in 2023. So I do want to go ahead and write down a list of the new things that I want to learn for the year. And I also want to go ahead and select one book a month for the year. So
Jayla, stop. Okay, get past the one book that you need this month is that real estate book. Okay, that's what you need to get into. Forget about casual reading or business reading at this moment. The business book that you need is the business that pays, which is that real estate book, sis. Okay, because we know, girl, get into that. Okay. All of that sounds very good. She was talking about vision boards, all of this. Guys, really quick, I know we talked about vision boards last month. We're going to regroup on Real Talk Bougie. I found a tool. I know I talked about Asana before. Asana may be something that you're interested in if you have a lot of goals that you're trying to basically project manage through. And I'm talking about, it could be 1 year, it could be 5 years, however long it's going to take you to get done what you want to get done. Asana is a great tool, like in kind of project managing out things, right? Tasking out assignments, if you will. But I just started using Freeform. If you have an iPhone, I don't know if it's available on Android. Maybe it is, but I know it popped up in my um on my iPhone, and I put it on my iPad, and I love it. If you guys see kind of like those storyboards on Pinterest where you can like find inspiration for an outfit and you can kind of storyboard it out, you can do so many cool things on Freeform. If you're not using Freeform, check it out. I've been kind of life planning on a freeform board, just kind of a little bit in my spare time. I haven't really given as much time to it as I need to, but I will share a little bit of it with you guys over on Real Talk Bougie and show you kind of how I'm planning out 2023, but even just and beyond. Freeform is, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And it looks so professional. It just reminds me of those inspo boards that you would see on Pinterest when you lay out all of like either your inspiration or your outfit or how you want to lay out like a room or just a whiteboard. Like it's almost gives you whiteboard vibes because you can copy and paste to it, you can write to it, you can post-it note to it. I got a Apple Pencil for my iPad. I can write, like, it's amazing. I love it. So if you have not used Freeform yet, I highly recommend it. If you're vision boarding, if you're planning, if you're inspo boarding, I highly recommend it. It makes it look so freaking fancy. And if you provide services for people, and I think if you use that, I mean, it just, I feel like it takes it up a notch because um it's very slick and it's like a more modern feel. But anyway, um that's what I'm using for my vision boarding at the moment. So if that's something that you're interested in, we can talk about it. I'm not doing a tutorial on it, absolutely not. I'm just going to show you how I'm using it, and give you some inspo on how you can. But obviously, you can plan all you want, but at the end of the day, if you want to get stuff done, you've got to do. So it's not just the planning, it's the doing. Okay. Don't forget that. You got to put action with the dreams, or, you got to put actions with the wishes, or they're just dreams, right? Okay. Anyway, Jayla, I like what Jayla's doing. Jayla's always trying to do something. And for that, I definitely give her, sis a for effort, because at least she's trying. Like, there's a lot of people out here who just talk, and they never get anything accomplished. And it's like, okay, sis, like, okay, are we done? At the end of the day, yeah, nobody wants to hear just people talking and not, and no action, right? Um, so that's kind of that on that. I did catch the shade watching this, so I felt like this was a something juicier to cover. I will go back and watch the Adam and Jayla segment. That is Latoya Forever's ex-husband doing a segment with Jayla. I think they were talking about how they're able to monetize certain aspects of their YouTube channels because they were talking about courses. And what Jayla is going to talk about, which I am not showing at this moment, is that she is going to be doing one-on-one sessions. And so Jayla is trying to get her coin up, guys. I mean, make no mistake. She's trying to make her coin, and she's on the paper chase. She's taking one-on-ones with people. So if you want to do a one-on-one with Jayla, I guess go for it. Of course, lots of people, including myself, are available for one-on-ones. And at the end of the day, I mean, you get what you get. And I mean, I think Jayla probably has a lot to offer in terms of her YouTube experience. So, she might be someone very good to talk to. I mean, me personally, like I said, I did attend her class. This was what, 3-4 years ago now, maybe 3 years ago. And it was interesting. Like I said, it wasn't what she promised, which is what a lot of people had problems with. But for the people who were newbies and the people who knew nothing about doing a YouTube channel, it probably was very helpful. And they were able to create some networks and make friends and all of those things. There was an app involved, and it just was a lot of people, and it was very chaotic. It was not well thought out, but I'm sure years later now, you know, I'm sure they made changes when Keesha and Jayla did their program last year, I would hope. I don't know. There were people who did classes about it. They felt like, not classes, excuse me, videos stating that that they thought the class was good and whatever. And that's it. So anyway, we check back in with Jayla periodically over here because we do. But yeah, that's it for right now. Let's get into what else did I need to cover today? We're gonna come back and we're gonna do the house tour with Keesha, okay? But yeah, I guess the main thing was the shade, right? Let's talk about this really, really quick. I'm gonna segue over into this. Okay, can you guys see this good? Let's see. Okay. Dear Fran. So my husband, are currently separate. So I guess she meant to say, so me and my husband are currently separated. We've been married for 9 years. We have 3 children together. We plan to file for divorce in July. However, my husband now wants us to be a family again. We've been enjoying our independence and just living my life. I feel conflicted on what to do. Part of me wants to continue living my life as is, and part of me wants my family back. What are some questions I should be asking myself before I make a decision? Thanks, Fran. Um, we don't know why they're splitting up. We don't know what's going on. We don't know if there was some cheatation. We don't know what. So it's kind of hard to give a complete answer to sis, who obviously is asking because she thinks, we will provide her with some relevant information on how to move forward. What I'm going to say is this: you've been married for 9 years, you have 3 children. Do you want to see another sister girl with your kids? Do you really want to see your man with another woman? I mean, that might be very basic and shallow, but I'm bringing the basic and the shallow to the forefront, because just think about how you might feel. Is what's out there better than what you have? Like, is your husband a good dude? Is it hips? Like, obviously, if it's not hips, you got something to work with. Is your husband an earner? Does he make good money? Does he take care of you? Does he provide? Is he a good dad? Are you going to have to split your kids? Are you going to be scrutinized because now you're kind of in your slorish phase? Or are you going to be mad when he gets into his hoe phase? You know what I mean? Like, are you going to mentally be able to deal with that? So, like she says, so her and her husband are separated. They've been married for 9 years. They have 3 children. They plan to divorce in July. Why are you guys waiting until July to divorce? But you're separated. However, my husband wants us to be a family again. So that's some of the reason for the delay, that you want to not make it final, or put in paperwork, get the law back involved in another phase of your relationship until you're sure what you want to do. I don't know. But your husband wants to be a family again. At the end of the day, that's going to be the dialogue with your husband and the kids. I tried to get mommy back, but mommy was enjoying being single. I mean, sometimes you have to do one of these, I made my bed, now I have to lie in it. If you want to just be out here to have a good time, life is not always going to be fun, and understand that the path that you might choose may be worse. It may not be as fun. It may not be as pleasurable. And she said something. She said, I feel conflicted on what to do. Part of me wants to continue living my life as is, and part of me wants my family back. So I've been enjoying my independence and just living my life. Well, when you have a family, you're not just living like it's one of these things, like, sis, you made a choice to be in a relationship and have children. And when you made that choice, not to say that married women and mothers don't get to live their life anymore, but you're making a choice to live your life with someone. And with having children, I don't know, I just feel like um you can be your own person, and maybe that's part of the problem. But maybe you didn't tell us enough about what's going on. Like, are there other people involved now? Are there boyfriends? Are there girlfriends? Like, what's really going on? It's hard to be able to coach you, sis, because we don't know enough about what's going on. So if you're listening to this, you catch this, write us back and give us a little bit more detail. You don't, I mean, obviously keep it anonymous because we don't want to know. But you got to give us some more information on what this means. I'm just living my life. Like, is it because you get to have the weekends off and your husband gets the kids, or your husband's taking the kids like 1 week and then you take them another week? Like, life is hard, and marriage is, I don't want to say it's hard for those of you who are not married and want to think like it's not easy, so it's not fun. Marriage is amazing. And you grow a lot. And part of marriage is not being selfish. And I'm not saying that you're being selfish by any means, to the sis who sent this note. But what I'm saying is this: you made a commitment, and if you don't want the commitment anymore, then you don't want the commitment. And I can respect that. But what you also have to, like, we're not hearing that you don't want the marriage anymore. You're conflicted because you kind of want it and you kind of don't. And you need to reconcile. When you see Boo Boo, like we've seen this on the YouTube streets, Olivia did not want Gerard. Olivia stood there in his sister's house. She sat over there at Niecy's 4 years ago. I remember her standing and saying she was bored. He wasn't sexy, all of these things. But when he got up there with Antonisha, sis started to lose her fucking mind. Okay. Like, he's not sexy until he's with someone else. He's not sexy till he lost 40 pounds. He's not sexy till he got a better job. He's not sexy because now he's driving a better car. He's not sexy. He don't need your mama to co-sign no more. Like, come on now. Like, at the end of the day, one man's trash is another man's treasure. So you might not be into homie now, but I don't know. Were you part of the Build a Bay workshop? Like, sis, I'm not trying to be mean or anything. We don't know what's going on, but I'm just trying to make you think. Like, you may think you don't want your husband now, but when you get rid of him and he moves on with someone else, because men who want to be married want to be married. So understand, you get a divorce in a year, he could have met someone at the gym and he's getting married again. You might stay single for the rest of your life and then you're going to be pissed because he used to rub your feet and run your water and bring home his check and come home on time. And now you can't even catch up with Tyrone. Okay. Be careful, sis. Like, think deep on why you are enjoying. Like, are you tired? Have you been commuting a lot? Do you work very hard? Do you need a break? Do you need additional support? Do you need to get a maid once a month? Like, look at your outside resources to where you can start to enjoy and fall back in love with your husband again. Because I'm an advocate for marriage. At the end of the day, if you feel like you married the right dude, then you should need to stand in I married the right dude, and just dig deep and make sure that you don't throw the baby out with the bathwater, because homie may not be so bad. Okay, you might just be feeling bad about you, and it might be time for you. Maybe you need a girls' retreat. Maybe you need to go see your mother. Maybe you need to go spend some time with some friends. Maybe you need to just relax. Like I said, get some resources. Use delivery service for groceries. Like, you may need to use the resources. If you make money and you're able to deploy certain resources to give you a little bit more time, so you don't have to go to the grocery store, you can have them delivered, you can order dinner, you can put the kids in some sort of activity, you and your husband plan date night. There is a whole thing where I think it's like a Christian thing. I'm not sure, but there's it's like a 30 days. It's not just of sex, but it's like a 30-day connecting with your spouse. Look it up. But I think it does involve like putting your selfishness to the side, and it literally is like 30 days consecutive, like sex every day. And it's not just to be mechanical about it. It's to bring the connection back, bring the love back, bring the spontaneity back, bring all of those things. So look it up. I mean, I've heard of it. And I've heard people talk about it before, and I think it was a very popular book a long time ago, but it's something that people use to, like, it's I mean, and it's obviously it's fun. But if you're having a problem connecting with your spouse, that's a way to connect. And it's a commitment to having that relation every single day, to either bring it back, or I guess figure out once and for all, like, I'm not feeling it anymore. So look into some resources that you guys can do on your own. I mean, I don't want to be the main decision maker in this. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to tell someone to break up a marriage. You've got 3 children, and really try your hardest, unless there is some sort of abuse going on in the relationship. Then I would say, you know, sometimes relationships can be hard, and it's hard to not be selfish. But that some of the greatest gifts that God gave us are the ability to have unconditional love. And if you truly love your husband, and you love your children, and you find that love for him within you, you can stretch outside of yourself and enjoy that you got some free pass for a couple of months, and girl, get back into things, because like I said, all of that being said, when he's over there with Keesha or Becky or Tajneen or anybody, whomever, you don't know who he's going to meet. He could meet someone from the other side of the world. He could meet someone from down the street, from the gym, at the Whole Foods. Girl, you going to be mad. Okay. Don't end up like Liv. You see, we've seen how, don't throw your husband, like, make sure you're done. Make sure you're done. Because once he's done, trust me, men, they're different. Once they're like really done, they're done. So I would just try and make sure that you're really done. Also, we hadn't talked about the children and all of this. Remember the commitment that you made to him, and as you handed him one baby, a second baby, and a third baby, like, you went all the way in. You made 3 babies with this man, and these kids are relying on mom and dad to be together, and it really does mess people up when mom and dad split up, especially if it's not handled well. So just do your best, sis. We understand life changes, priorities changes, hearts can change and all of that, but just, think long and hard before you make a permanent decision. That's all I would say. You know what I mean? We don't know enough. So if you want to write us back, tell us some more. And I'm just giving you some good big sisterly advice that I would give to my own sisters if one of them called me to tell me that they were considering getting a divorce, because you married him for a reason. So unless he's completely a fraud, we all grow and change, and we don't do it all at the same pace. We're not going to do it the same pace with our spouse. So, maybe he's not catching up to you yet, but give him a minute. You know what I mean? So just, like I said, be careful, because you don't want to be sitting back and regret giving up on your relationship, and he accelerates and you're pissed. Okay. I know me, I would be mad. Okay. Anyway, we do have another dear Fran, but I think, I don't know if we have a lot of time we'll do it tomorrow. It's a long dear Fran. And sis wanted to be on notification when we do her letter. So I'm going to send her a note now and tell her that we'll talk about hers tomorrow. But if you have, and I saw someone say that they needed to hear this today, and I'm glad, because you know what? Relationships, if you met Boo Boo, you met him for a reason, maybe a season, but that season could be till the day you die. Season doesn't mean 3 months. Okay, if you met Boo Boo and you guys have been doing some things in a serious way, having babies and getting mortgages and all kinds of stuff, it's happened for a reason. So think long and hard before you call it quits, because everyone's not going to chase your tail. Okay, everyone's not going to chase after you. And also, it's just oftentimes we're battling things within ourselves, and part of really growing in love and unconditional love is getting yourself out the way. Okay. And it's very similar to the love that we have for our children, the love that you have for a spouse. If the love that you have for your spouse doesn't almost, not that you're babying your spouse by any means, it's not a motherly love, it's a wife, it's a woman love. Okay. That you have for this man, but you have it on the same level as you have for your children. It's unconditional. There's no strings attached. You love them and you're going to take yourself out the way. It doesn't mean be a sacrifice. Absolutely not. But you're giving your best. You're acting unselfishly, and sometimes you have to put yourself to the side. You have to take one for the team, right? Um period. So it's really hard to explain. But as you ascend to that level of love and understanding within yourself, like you get it. And I don't want to make it sound like I'm coming from a place like of arrogance with it, but it's something that's very hard to explain. But really, that is some of the amazing work that comes from being in marriage with someone who you have a great relationship with. That you can have a disagreement, that you can argue, that you can compromise, that you can say, you know what, okay, that's fine. You know what I mean? Like it's not, it's kind of hard. It's very hard to explain, but those of you who get it, get it. And one day, if you're super lucky and you've met the right person, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And if you feel super comfortable with your fiance right now, your boyfriend, you have a very wonderful love that is continuing to grow. Just imagine within the confines. Marriage is just a wonderful thing. I don't want to get all preachy about it, but it really is wonderful. And just understand that there's 3 other lives that are counting on you to stand by your commitment, your covenant, and that marriage contract, who are standing there hoping that you're going to stay together. So try to do the hard work. And if you want us to know more about it, please send me a follow-up note and we'll talk about it. Just make sure to reference, I'm the one with the 9 years and three kids, and we'll talk more about it. Okay. Or if you want to do a call in, we can do an anonymous call in and you can talk to us about it and maybe take some questions or feedback from from Bougie Gang. Cause it's all about love over here, and Bougie Gang does not mind giving their opinions. Anyway, guys, yes, we have another Dear Fran, but we're going to do it tomorrow. And if you have a Dear Fran, go ahead and run it up. I will share the link again on my community post and on Facebook, wherever you're listening. And we'll talk about it. Okay. So yeah, if you've got a Dear Fran, let us know. Okay. Guys, I think that's it. I am gonna come back legit this afternoon. We're gonna go and get into that house tour with Atlanta's hottest real estate agent, Keesha Kaylee. Okay, we're gonna see what's doing in that bedroom. I wasn't seeing modern farmhouse. I was seeing a little bit of mid-century modern. Anybody who watched or went and I was seeing some mid-century modern furniture, and I was not seeing modern farmhouse. Okay, that's what I was not seeing. Okay, you guys correct me if I'm wrong. Anyway, that's it. Unless you guys have some comments for me, I think you guys were feeling the advice, love, honesty, communication, start there. Absolutely. Um, the enjoying, it was the enjoying being, kind of her independence right now. It's like, even within marriage, you should still feel some sort of independence. As a married woman, I'm still a person. You know what I mean? If you feel so stifled within your marriage that you no longer feel independent, I mean, I am a married woman, but make no mistake, I'm still a person. So if you're enjoying your independence, what does that mean? No longer feeling the responsibility, but you still got 3 kids and you still have to deal with this man. So really, the independence, girl, I don't know what that means. Like, tell us, is it because you're getting some strange sausage? Like, give us, sis, give us the details. Give us the deeds. You know, we want to know. So give us the details and then we can really help you. But on a high level, girl, get back to work. Get back to work and handle the business because to whom much is given, much is required. There's a lot of women out here who would love to have a considerate, come home, you know, nice looking, whatever nice looking means to you, husband who furnished you with 3 children and wants to be in the marriage. Okay. A lot of women would like to have that, and don't let someone come get yours. That's what I would say. Don't let someone come get yours now. Okay. Girl, get back in there and handle that business at the house. Okay. That's what I'm going to say. Anyway, guys, I'm going to let y'all go. I'm going to read the chat. I will be back this afternoon and we will handle the business of CAM3LTOE Estates, and we will let the streets know, is this bedroom BougieGang approved? Okay. Is it BougieGang approved? Is it certified? Or is it a BougieGang fail? Okay. We'll get into it a little bit later. All right. Guys, have a great day. And I will see you guys later on this afternoon. Okay. Bye. Welcome back to Love, Lies, and Lace Fronts, where we do reactions, reviews, and commentary on the YouTube channels you love to watch. Guys, are you subscribed to this channel? If you're not, you need to be. Hit your notification bell so you can be notified when I upload a video, when I go live, and drop another video for you. Also, follow me on Instagram. That way you can keep up with what I'm doing, okay? If you enjoy channels like this and commentary, consider becoming a member. Otherwise, guys, BougieGang Gang, it's an open thing. Make sure that you are subscribed to this channel so you can participate in the chats. And I will see you next time I hit that live button. Okay? Take care. Bye. Hey guys, how are you?
You could be doing opposed to being on my page, bitch, cause I ain't got nothing for you nothing ass bitches.
There's something in the air.